Alright. Hello fellow viewers and welcome to my spontaneous Sapphire stream. And as you can probably see by yourself, added literal appeal is definitely part of the stream. I just planned on shiny hunting the Lileep fossil Pokemon that you get. So Lileep is a Oh hey there Alex, welcome to the stream, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Alright, so what I was about to say, the Lileep is one of the fossil Pokemon that you can get in this game. And it's just like the usual mechanics that you're usually, I say usually twice, but anyway, it is basically a staple mechanic since the very first games. So that would be Blue, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Green, the first generation. Since these games, so since from the very beginning of the franchise, you usually get the choice of one fossil. And then of course the point is that you trade the other fossil because in your save file you can't get it anymore. On Ruby I took the other one, that is the one that evolves into Armaldo. I'm not sure if that, I think that's also the English name. But yeah, this time it's gonna be Lileep. The shiny Lileep is really nice. As you can see, this is where you need to be. So I just clicked like that. This is how you get it, level 20. And it will always have these attacks. And always be in a Pokeball, just like all Pokemon that are gifted in Generation 3. And before I'm gonna reset, maybe I'll show where this building is, because it's a very specific building. Not sure how this town is, or what this town is called in English. I'm trying to think of it, but I can't remember. But it's this specific city, so on the map it would be this one. So where the first gym is. And then you go to this almost gothic church-looking building. You go up, and that's where the where the scientist is that is capable of giving life back to the fossil that you found in the Sandstorm Desert in Route 111. That's where you get it, and once you pick up one fossil, one of the two, the other one sinks into the sand and is irretrievable. So that's how they do the pick one thing. So I want a square one. The gender ratio is 50-50. Not that I really care if it's a male or female. Rustboro City, thank you, Alex. That's what it's called. Thanks. So pick method 1, and you need, when you use Pokéfinder, you need to click on stationary. So this is stationary Pokemon RNG abuse and not wild. Just in case if you want to also follow my steps and do the same on your cartridge. Right, so the delay for the fossils I've found out by myself, it's 50 frames, excuse me, not 15. So hit generate, and there we already have a very good frame. That's the modest square shiny frame that I always hunt for with this Sapphire cartridge. And good sleep well this night. Oh, that's very good. Good to hear. Hopefully that will be a trend in the future for you. The when you are here, back here in front of the scientist, you click A and you advance the dialog boxes until the red triangle / arrow pointing thing is not there anymore. So that indicates usually within the game's user interface or UI for short, it indicates that this is the last text box, or like from that programmed, I don't know, dialogue tree box, whatever you want to call it. So when this timer hits 0, you want to stay at this dialogue where the red triangle arrow thing isn't there anymore, and then once the timer hits 0, you click A. You try to get your timing as precisely as you possibly can, and if you did it correctly twice, you get a shiny. So in my case it would be a female shiny. So if it's a male, I can already reset. That's good to know, because as you can see here, you'll be asked, see, that's exactly the case that I wanted to showcase. If it's male, I can already see that it's male because the male symbol is right there, right? So when I click OK and I check, I already know this cannot be a shiny. So I could use it as a calibration, but I could also just reset, or that just depends on which method you prefer. If you prefer just doing it over and over again without calibration and you'll get it, you can just reset at the name screen if it's male. Wanted to showcase this since I'm very sure that there's a lot of people who also maybe want to do this once, or if they are like me, they look up footage of RNG manipulation and then they notice that there's not that much of it. Not really, if it's not from Papa Yefe Hefe, hope that's the correct pronunciation, or I'm a Blissey, then no, I know there's someone on YouTube who does videos without commentary on RNG, and it's very clear. He makes it just clear what he does, what he clicks, and so on, and that's it. That's like 4 or 3 people. And if you want to do research on how to RNG, it's always good to see another person doing it, so you can watch and learn. At least that's how I feel about that. And I mean, with this TID and secret ID combination, the resets are very, like, barely over a minute, 20 seconds more, longer than a minute. So this is male. I can, although I think I will calibrate though. I just want to show that it is definitely possible, or that it is, if you have a very methodic approach or logical approach, it will definitely once be shiny, and you'll end up saving so much, like hours of maybe soft resetting. If you do RNG manipulation, then you're gonna get a lot of shiny in a very short amount of time. Okay, so the shiny frame that I want is around 4,000. Okay, that's a lot of... Oh yeah, it's a male. Should have specified that. Yeah, that already cuts my selection down by quite a lot. Okay, so 4,007. Alright, so if you're not sure, like I am right now in that situation, what do? So there's something very easy that you can do. You should go and buy TM10. It's hidden power. And you teach it to that Pokemon. Luckily with the fossils, since they don't really... They only come with knowing 3 moves, so it learns it automatically. That saves some time. Don't think so, but I hope for it. Yeah, well, if you're sitting there wondering if it's really gonna be better or worse, then I don't know. I've been in that circle, or like that mind spinning state before, and I really can't recommend it. Right, so when you have the... If you taunt it hidden power, what I always do is there's a trainer here who has a Kecleon, and Kecleon has the ability where, don't remember the English name of the ability now, to be fair, but it has the, basically if you attack the Kecleon with a fire move, it will turn into a fire type. And if you then hit it with a water move, it will then be super effective, but it will then turn into a water Pokemon. So that's essentially how the ability works. Okay. Let's try. I'm gonna put it to sleep first so that it doesn't, of course, if it doesn't miss. Oh yeah, the I just realized that the battle animations are turned off right now because I did some EV training again, and that really saves a lot of time. Because if you do it without, then you're gonna be there for like hours. I don't recommend doing that. Oh, it doesn't do too much damage. Right, what's the type? Grass. Oh, so it's this one. See? Now I could single out now which frame I've hit. So when this happens to you, you do this. You copy this, put it in frame hit. In Eontimer, you hit update and you start again. Then you soft reset and you hope that you get it that time. And that's it. Repeat these steps and then eventually you're gonna get a shiny fossil this way. Just be mindful in the way that keep in mind that there's unfortunately there's some NPCs in this room that sometimes turn around or walk. And I found them to sometimes have messed up my time, not my timing, but they added or subtracted frames. More like they added frames. And then I kept missing my target back when I did it in Ruby. So that might also happen to you. Unfortunately, it's a so-called busy area, so any area in the game where there's a lot of humans that walk around, they can always mess up, like accidentally advance some frames, so you end up missing your target. But shouldn't be too much of a problem. Eventually you're gonna get it. Let's see, what do we got? A male again. So it's not a shiny. Ooh! Wait, what? That is the shiny, but I thought it was gonna be female. Wait, what is the... That is definitely shiny, and it's modest as well, so that should be it, but hang on, what is the what's the gender ratio for Lileep? Oh, okay, I thought it was 50-50, so never mind what I said with the, well, in this case, yeah, okay, then make sure that you check the gender ratio before you say stupid things like I just did. That was pretty quick, so like this stream is even shorter than the Deoxys one that I did. This is basically a video that I did live. So yeah, it's actually male. So I thought because, alright, That's just how the trainer ID and secret ID work. But here we have, and I just jokingly named it A, which I don't want to do. But I'm not gonna reset now. You can easily change the nickname, but this is very funny. I was sure that I would maybe be at it at least for half an hour, at the very least. But here we are. I've already gotten it in within 15 minutes. So yeah, definitely checking out the gender ratio beforehand would be a good thing. I forgot that the fossils have a gender ratio like that. I thought they were 50-50 because why would a fossil plant be male more often than female? I don't know exactly what the logic behind that is, but okay, so I think I'm gonna change the name. Or at least take the A nickname away. So imagine if I didn't check that fact now, or I didn't check the Pokemon, and I just reset it over the male, like the, what do you want to call it, screen. Imagine if I just did that for an hour and I kept resetting over the shiny. That would have been very stupid. That would have been a very funny fail, though, I have to admit, but didn't happen. Oh, wait, okay. What should I name you? Should I A and then E and then... Yeah, Alex. I don't know what to... I wanted to name it like something like Sea Rose, but that's a bit... Because I thought it was going to be female, so completely forgot about the gender ratio. Does the other fossil have that as well? Anorith. Oh, it's also called Anorith in English. That's good to know. Yeah, okay, they're much more likely to be male than female. Let's go with Merino for a short time. I'll probably change it again. If not, then it's Merino. Let's showcase it off. So if that one would be transferred up, and yes, Pokemon Bank, or at least the 3DS online capabilities have been shut down by Nintendo themselves, but Pokemon Bank still works. There we go, isn't it nice? Or let's say, isn't he nice? So that one, really quick. But I will unfortunately end it here. Still got some stuff to do. This was definitely the quickest hunt that I ever did. And so I guess I could rename it to Fast Friday Fossil Fight. So we'd have even more F's in the title. But as anyways, thank you so much for being part of the stream. Although most people who click on this will probably re-watch it later. And yeah, have a good one, good night, and goodbye.